Some of you are. Everyone else ready for your first act? Good stuff. So, I've known this guy for a short while. It's a little bit funny.
You're a cunt!
Yeah, we've had that heckle before as well. So yeah, he's not that far away. So put your hands together, a big cheer, and please give it up for Mr. George Coppen!
Thanks, Dad. Now, hello everybody, Happy New Year! Two of you celebrating it, that's fine. As I said, Sean has no idea what the fuck's going on. Yeah. Now, hello, my name is George Coppen. I'm an actor. I'm a comedian. And I'm also a professional dwarf. Yeah. I recently became professional after filling out the PDF. You sir, can you tell me, do you know what a PDF stands for?
No idea.
I'll tell you. It stands for Professional Dwarf Forms. Yeah. But I know what...
I've never seen one.
Trust me, I've seen plenty. 7 in fact. But I know what you're all thinking, and it's the same thing everybody thinks when they see me. God, that guy from Game of Thrones had a nasty accent, hadn't he? Just to be clear, I'm not Peter Dinklage, okay? Right, this is Peter Dinklage. This is me. I haven't got myself on a t-shirt. My ego isn't that big. Yet. Thank you. No, but I'll tell you a bit about me. I actually am a recovering addict. Yeah. I actually used to be addicted to height. Yeah. Each day I'd go out to my dealer and get inches. At my worst, I was about 6'8". But then one day I managed to get to rehab, which was actually called Trouble with Abnormal Tallness, or TWAT for short. And I'm now, ladies and gentlemen, really happy to tell you I'm now a healthy 3'10". I bet you when you woke up this morning you didn't think you'd be cheering a dwarf because he's short. If you did, tiny bit weird. But everybody says to me, what was the point, what was the moment you realised you needed help? What was that light bulb moment? And I'll tell you. Sorry, I get quite emotional about this because it was on one of the worst days of my life. A day when I lost something very, very dear to me, something very close to my heart. I lost at limbo. Yeah. That used to be my game. It used to be like pulled air, be like, yeah. You know, look at me, I'm fine. Then one day, this 6-year-old beat me. Yeah. So I did what anybody in my situation would have done. I hit him with my car. I did want to report it to Childline that he had beaten me at a game, but apparently I'm too old for Childline, and Adult Line is something very different. You can't complain to them. But yeah, something else about me is that I struggle a lot with my legs as well. I get something called pins and needles a lot. If you don't know what pins and needles are, I don't like you. Basically what they are is I'll be sitting down like you lot are, and about 10 minutes later my legs will be like, right, you're staying here, and just die. Now there are 2 ways of getting them back awake and getting the blood flowing again. Way 1 is walking it out, so obviously I've got to walk like this, but when I start walking, I don't know if you've ever tried walking with a dead leg, you can't. So you end up doing this. Yeah, that's weird, but then when it gets back, the blood starts flowing, it gets normal, you then can't go from this to this straight away. It looks dodgy as fuck in public, so you've got to commit to that for the whole journey. The second way of doing it is by slapping the leg really hard and fast. Like that. Ow. So like that's weird when I'm in public and I'm just sitting on the wall and suddenly I'm just starting to go. Hey, you alright? I once did that and a guy next to me started doing it as well. And I just suddenly started this weird flash mob dance. What the fuck is going on here? But it was even weirder in school when I used to have to wake my legs up. Because you can imagine, as I said, have to slap the legs really hard and fast like that, with the table there. So I'm just looking at the teacher going, oh, is there? Oh, relief. Never mind. No, but a lot of dwarfs actually suffer with their legs, and they get a lot of operations on them. One of the most popular, common dwarf leg operations is something called leg straightening. Basically, it's because our legs would be like that. So our legs are like that. And basically, if you ever see a dwarf who needs leg straightening, and their legs are like that, it basically looks like they're doing poo in the woods. I don't mean doing Winnie the Pooh in the woods. That's just disgusting. Please stay. No, but one of the other most common operations we have is leg lengthening, where we obviously crush the bone and put more bone in. And you have to obviously get it done to both legs. Because getting it done to one is just weird to say like, you've got one leg longer than the other. I mean, that's what I call bashful. You've got a leg that just looks like your dick, just going around going, it's like a dick with a shoe on. So you three actually put shoes on your dicks? That's
Not regular.
not really. Oh,
Not
you
regular.
should. You should.
Sometimes it should. You should.
You should. But don't do a croc though, because with a croc it's really hard to pee out of. You've got like 10 holes, like. It ends up being like one of those hoses you get in the garden, like. Oh, we finished. No, but being a dwarf, and I said being an actor means I go out up and down the country performing. Shut up, Sean. And when I'm performing, I often have to stay in hotels. And hotels can be a bit of a struggle for me, especially when I have to get to book the accessible room. Because the beds are about that high. And the baths are about that high. So I have to do an Olympic long jump to try and get into bed. One time I slipped and just went just against the wall. But one thing I do love about hotel rooms is, but they always put the toilet literally just by the telly. So I could just leave the door open, take a shit, and watch the telly. And I love it. I'm watching Tipping Point while having a tipping point. I'm watching Wanted Down Under while... Anyway, you get the point of that. But in hotels, obviously I said, sometimes I forget to book the accessible room. And they'll put me on like the 15th floor. Not floor 7, I've already done that joke. But the 15th floor. So when the fire alarm goes off, I just go, I'll just take my chances, you know. Let's just see how it happens, yeah? You know, let's just see what happens. But the struggle for me and for a lot of dwarfs is actually clothes shopping or shoe shopping. Because when I have to go shoe shopping, I don't get like the trainers that you lot get. I get the ones with the lights and the little toy in the bottom. They're the only ones that actually fit me. So I have to walk, I'm like, I'm not buying those shoes, I don't want to go to a comedy gig and I've got Heelys on. Or t-shirts that only fit me if they've got Fireman Sam on them. Or Thomas the Tank Engine, you know? Or Snow White. No, that one actually does, I like that one. Never mind. But, like, shopping for me is quite a struggle compared to you lot. Because whenever I go and I need something, it's always on the top shelf, isn't it? And is there anybody around to help me? Fuck is there? So I'm like, I know what to do. Is anybody here Mission Impossible fans? No. But right, Stuart is. Stuart, do you know the theme song?
Yes, I do. I'm not going to sing it though.
Why not? That ruins the joke.
I'm going to sing that fine.
Come on, Stuart.
Okay.
Come on, play ball. Come on, it's Christmas. Good. So I'm climbing up there. Everybody now. Okay, just. Okay, stop now. It's not karaoke. So I'm like, finally got it. Finally making my way down. And all the time, I end up sitting on a cucumber. Like, I know they say try something new today, but I don't think that's what they had in mind. But it's also, that's not the only problem, it's when I'm eating it from the freezer, because they've got those big, wide freezers for no reason whatsoever. And I need to at the back, so again, I climb up, trying to reach it, I fall into the freezer. So I'm there, I'm going to have to get down for this, I hope this joke's worth it. So I'm there, like turtling on the chips, you know. Oh, hang on, give me 5 minutes. Oh shit. Yeah, that wasn't worth it. And all you hear over the tannoy is Dwarfing aisle 3, Dwarfing aisle 3. But I tell you, that is a great way to nick stuff. The amount of bag of chips I've shoved in my pants just walking out like, nothing to see here, I'm disabled. Can't question my walking, I'm disabled. It's brilliant. But like, another thing that's, because I do actually drive, no, it's not a mini, Sean, shut the fuck up. I know what you're like. No, but I do drive, and a lot of people say, how do you drive your car? I mean, it's simple, isn't it? I use the powers gifted to me by the Elder Dwarf, aka Master Yoda. No, but when I'm driving to shops or driving out of shops, you've always got those stupid ticket machines, haven't you? You know, the ones with the big barriers. I hate them. You're not, you're fine. Especially you've got massive long arms, you can just go, get your ticket, fine. Me, I'm like climbing out the flipping car, got my foot hanging off the steering wheel going, I'm gonna get this in a minute, gonna get it. Knowing if I fall, I've got a face full of concrete. So anyway, managed to get the ticket, risked my life to get the ticket, yeah. So getting out, and then we're driving home, then what happens? I'm in a car crash, aren't I? Yeah? Thank you. One person cares. One person, thank you. Yeah, the guy pulls out, smashes into my car. So I get out, go up to the driver and go, I'm not happy. And my 6 other mates are fucking furious. So anyway, I get home because I'm planning to go out drinking that night, and I do like drinking, especially love going nightclubbing. I love nightclubs. But again, the 2 problems with me in nightclubs are other people. Not because I don't like other people, but it's because when you lot are drunk, especially Sean, it's easy to get him drunk. He's there, swinging his arms around. I'm playing drunk ninja warrior. Eh? But yeah, so if I've survived getting smacked in the face by someone's Jaeger bomb, then I've got a survive challenge too, which is them pouring their drinks over me by accident when they're swaying. So I did what anybody in my situation would do. I took shampoo. Yeah? So someone's there with a drink, spilling it over me. I would put the shampoo, have a nice shower, you know. I'm probably the only person to ever come out of a nightclub looking better than when they went into the nightclub. Yeah. I remember one time there was a load of water and I ended up starting a foam party and I came out looking like Dwarf. And then I talked to this one person, he decides to jump over me, like freaking high jumper. You know? You shall not pass! You little fucker. I think that's all my time for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a fantastic new year. I've been George Coppen. Thank you!